What's up, friends? Sorry my computer is such a piece of garbage and can't play Session 5 files, but, you know, that's my life. My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. You can call me Wangle McDanglebork if you'd like, or whatever. In the chat, Bob Noxious, CMYKFPV, Ed K, Frank Nicholas, Rob Axelson, Zachary Curtis, Zach Lothamer, Kirk FPV, Jackalope, Paul McDonald, Michael Blades, Chopper FPV, Kevin Carbajal, Grumpy FPV, Torktastic, Aaron FPV, Yarbs, Ed K, Tinker Tweak, Ricks, License to Drive, Stargazer, and Moto Ref. What's up, friends? If you want to hear a gangly guy read your name, you got to comment really early. This is my full-time job nowadays. If you'd like me to keep doing this all day, every day, head on over to CiottiFPV.com and click some buttons. Patreon is the thing that helps me the most, and 3 out of the 4 giveaways that we're doing tonight are being run through Patreon. The $5, $10, and $20 tiers are what are going to get you into 3 of the 4 giveaways tonight. The 4th giveaway is going to be open to everyone via Super Chats and PayPal Me's. We'll talk about that when the giveaways get a little bit closer. But yeah, if you don't want to get on the giveaways and you just want to support me and get all the other amazing benefits of my Patreon page, which includes email notifications every day when I stream, since YouTube's notification system is useless, Discord notifications and access to the Discord server, Facebook notifications and access to a secret Facebook group. I've written a bunch of articles in there about how to filter tune and how to PID tune the easy way. Like a couple quick steps that anybody can do, like not teaching you the whole thing. I teach people what those values do here on the live streams and over on Fiverr. But yeah, on the Patreon channel, I have a super quick and dirty way of tuning your filters and your PIDs. And then there's audio versions of these live streams. If you can't necessarily watch an hour or two a day every day, you can just stream them and listen, because there's lots of good info. I've been into this hobby for 4.5 years, and I know a thing or two. So yeah, lots of good shit going on over on Patreon. I would love for you to join the collective. Social media stuff here, of course. Here's my Etsy store with a whole bunch of really fun stickers and hardware. Over on Fiverr, I am doing flight instruction and flight coaching. If you want to fly a little bit better, I can definitely help you out with that. I've got almost 10 years of experience at the racetrack doing motorsport driving instruction, and I've been able to transfer that right on over into FPV. I can help you tune. I can help you plan your build so that you don't buy the wrong parts and waste your money and time. I can even edit your videos for you. Over on Teespring, I got a bunch of t-shirts. FPV Exchange is a huge sponsor of this channel. Over there, this is my little store that Nevin set up for me. Here's a bunch of the stickers that are over on Etsy and some of the random hardware bits. And then these 5 things, the shirts, the stick ends, the motors, these are things that I'm selling through FPV Exchange, which is the biggest part of the website, is an ability to sell stuff. And what's really cool is when you sell something, you get put on the same page as the actual real manufacturers, in this case Newbie and Banggood. You're not going to get that from Facebook Marketplace. So yeah, get up on FPV Exchange. It's a really cool website designed by a guy who's an ER surgeon, who works in an ER all day, saving actual human being lives. And then he took some of that money and built this website for us, and hasn't made a dime yet off of it. Hopefully someday he'll make some money off it, but for right now he's just putting a cool thing out into the community so that we can trade our stuff and get new stuff that we can destroy, instead of, having stuff sitting around on the desk doing a whole lot of nothing. Why is it... it's not... Why does it look so dumb in here? Hold on. There's a lack of sex appeal in here. There we go. That's that. I have a semi from that. What else is going on over on CiottiFPV.com? Oh yeah, affiliate links. If you or anybody that you know is ever doing an order on one of these websites, if you hit the affiliate link before you check out, I will get 1 to 6% of that order for free. You can still use coupon codes and get free shipping and all that shit. FPV Cycle, Amazon, Get FPV, Umagod's website, FPV Crate, and Banggood, Camera Butter, AliExpress as well. Yeah, the affiliate links really do help. It doesn't cost you anything. What a couple of folks from the chat have done is replace their bookmarks to FPV Exchange, Amazon, Get FPV with my affiliate links. You can just grab, right-click the affiliate link and copy link as, or whatever the hell it is, and replace that as your bookmark, and then every time you hit the bookmark, my info will get dropped into your shopping cart, and if you complete the order, great. Turbo shilling complete. Tonight, we're going to do some things. We've got the giveaways, which I'm going to kick off whenever I get caught up on chat. We've got mailbag. I got a Pyrodrone order in, and a GemFan sponsor box. And if we have time, we're going to try to finish up the... what is happening here? We're going to try to finish up Ripsqueak number 3. That's better. The white balance was trash. Yeah, Ripsqueak number 3 is pretty much ready to go. All I've got to do is solder on some race wires here with longer leads on them. I need to pick what motors I'm going to put on here, and then that's pretty much it. Just assemble the rest of the carbon fiber. In the chat, if you'd like to talk directly to me, you've got to do what these wonderful people have done and type my name, just like in the real world. You know, when you talk to somebody, you say their name first. So when you want to talk to me or anybody else in here, for that matter, if you type their name, it'll show up in orange for that person so that they know that you're talking to them, so that your comment won't get lost in the abyss that is the chat. CMYK tagged me and he said the final builds. Zach Lothamer says, what's up, Ciotti and Collective? I had some extra cash and was able to up my Patreon level to get on the Whoop giveaway. Very cool of you, Zach. I hope you win, brother. Michael Blade says, hello. Ed K says, hope you're doing well this evening. I'm doing all right. Double A says, what's up? What's up, Double A? June Loco says, what's good? FinFPV says, how you doing today? FinFPV sent me the almost complete version of the edit number 2 that he's completed here for me, of me flying around that weird zombie apocalypse strange church camp area. And it looks super awesome. I'm super excited for you guys to be able to check it out. Chris Paget saying CiottiFPV with a little party thingy. What's up, Chris? DQ says, hi, Snotty Snots a lot. Hope you're feeling better today. Of course I am. The second that I stopped streaming last night, my allergies went, all right, we're cool now, and just chilled out. Ryzik says, what's good? Hope everyone has a good night. Wanted to pop in and say hey. He's hitting the hay. YouTube, god damn you. YouTube did the thing, scrolling back up. Rob Axelson says, I need to fly that location. In turn, you need to come to Savannah. You never know, Rob. It's pretty hard for me to go anywhere at the moment because I have a cat that needs to get fed special food and special powder every 8 hours. But eventually, I should. He's going to be going with Kristen, so eventually I won't have a pet, and I, in theory, will be able to, go on vacations. But I need to get a car before then. 05 Alabama saying hello. FPV Trucker says, what's up? I'm back and on the road doing what I do. 7 weeks recovery over, cancer free. Congrats, FPV Trucker. That's huge, man. C Young 300 says, what settings do you use on your session 5? I can't get mine to look worth a crap, and yeah, your computer sucks. C Young, I mean, there's like the session 5 doesn't really give you much to do with the settings. Like, there aren't many settings that you can really change with it. Getting your video to look good is just the same thing that photographers deal with and videographers. You want to fly at the right time of day when the light is good outside, and then you got to put it through post, and you got to do color correction and color grading and all that good stuff in post-processing. Those are the things that make video, regardless of what it was recorded on, look good. But all of that being said, technically speaking, what I do on the Session 5 is I lock the ISO at 400, maximum of 400. So it'll automatically move between 100, 200, and 400. And I also lock the white balance, just so that the white balance doesn't change throughout the battery. I lock the white balance at daylight, and then when I fly in situations that are not daylight, it's fine because during post-processing you just color correct. But yeah, that's kind of it. There's really no magic to getting a Session 5 to look good. You just got to fly at the right time of day, and then you got to put your stuff through post-processing and make it look good there. Trent Borth loves the hair. Thank you, Trent. Frank Nicholas dropping the link to CiottiFPV.com. Thank you, Frank. Brian Ladmiraw says, you're going to love the M1 Mac. I have the MBP, and it plays the highest quality video with multiple layers, no problem. Oh my god, I can't even imagine that world, Brian. It probably takes me triple the amount of time that it should to do edits on the 13-year-old desktop and the laptop here, just because they're so slow. But not having lots of money to spend on gear, that's kind of the deal. You sort of do your best, and I don't know. Abraham says, howdy, howdy, howdy. Ed Ricker says, hey man, glad I caught the stream again. Glad you made it over, Ed. Rimby Tim dropping the link tree link. Thank you, Daniel. Rob Axelson says, hey, gangly guy, hope you're doing well. Never give up. Indeed.
諦めんなよ。諦めんな、お前。どうしてそこでやめるんだ、そこで。もう少し頑張ってみろよ。ダメ、諦めたら。周りのことを思うよ。応援してる人たちのことを思ってみろって。あともうちょっとのところなんだから。俺だってこのマイナス10度のところ、しじみが取れるって頑張ってんだよ。絶対やってみろ。必ず目標達成できる。だからこそ、ネバーギブアップ。
Never, 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 my friends. Chomper FPV says, got any more tacos? I do not, Chomper. Chomper is referring to a quick live stream that I did over on Instagram when I was making dinner. I have a little series that I'm doing over there called Man Cooks. I never learned... I had to cook for myself in my 20s, but... I don't know how I survived. I had a George Foreman grill, and then I would just make like hamburgers and hot dogs like damn near every day. It was terrible. I should be dead. It's probably why my stomach is completely destroyed, and I can't have spicy foods anymore. But doctors tell me that's not how your stomach works, but I think they're full of shit. They're not. So yeah, join me over on Instagram for utter madness. Scrolling. YouTube just did the fucking thing again. Found my place. Ed K says, good work fixing the lava lamp. Thanks, Ed K. Finally remembered to snag a bulb when I was out. Ryan Fedora saying, what's up? June Loco saying, how can I lower my endpoints on the receiver tab besides on the radio? My shit won't arm. How can I lower my endpoints on the receiver tab? I mean, you just type the number in, June, right? On the receiver tab, yeah, you just type the number in. Stick low and stick high, I believe it's called in there. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like that's too easy of a solution for you. Or maybe you just forgot that you can do it there. Fairly Functional says, hey bro, hope your life doesn't suck too bad today, lol. It sucks pretty bad lately, but I'm really killing it in reducing the amount of suckage. Yeah, I'm just doing many of the things that I need to do to get through each and every day during a really shitty time. And I'm super proud of myself. And yeah, every single day, one foot in front of the other. Just do the things I know I need to do. Hang out with you awesome motherfuckers. And yeah, lead a life worth living. Ricardo Ferreira. My God, how many times am I going to mispronounce Ricardo's last name? He says, can you show us how you set up your aux switches on your radio? Thanks. I can, Ricardo. That is a great question. So I'm not going to show you in Betaflight because that's just silly. I'm going to show you with the actual transmitter. So I fly mode 2, as most of us do, right? And so I've got arm up here on the red switch. Up is armed, down is not armed. So that when I fly, I flip this up with my middle finger, and then the entire time that I'm flying, my middle finger is resting on the arm switch. And if anything weird happens, I just push my index finger or my middle finger forward and it disarms. It's to me, in my opinion, that's kind of the most important thing, is that you can absolutely disarm immediately if something really sketchy happens. Then I've got this switch here, which I can push up and down with my pointer finger. This switch, when it's all the way towards me, is acro mode with air mode. In the middle here is either no air mode, if it's a quad that doesn't have black box on it, or if it's a quad that does have black box, this middle switch position is black box on, air mode on as well, because I'm not gonna take a black box log with air mode off. That's stupid. And then all the way forward is horizon mode. So the deal there is I spend most of my time with this thing all the way down. If I'm gonna take a log, I can just take off with it in the middle, or in the middle of the flight I can kick it up. But the big thing is having horizon mode there. If I'm flying around and I lose video, I can just push my my pointer finger forward like that, just for a split second, get it into horizon mode, and then I can just use the throttle to slowly bring myself down to the ground. Or in some cases, hammer the throttle to get up above whatever's blocking the video. It depends on the situation, right? Like if video just randomly goes out, I'll lower the throttle to try to land. If I fly behind something and I know that I'm free up above it to punch up, like if I fly behind something and I know that, you know, that's what's killing my video, I'll kick it to horizon and add throttle to get up above that object that's blocking the video. But most of the time it's down here towards me. This switch here doesn't do anything because I fly 8 channels for a little bit better latency. And then this switch here is beeper and turtle mode. Turtle mode switches away from me is nothing, and then 1 click towards me is turtle mode, and then 2 clicks towards me is beeper. And that's pretty much it. This momentary switch up here resets the timer within the radio itself. I like using the timer in here because it has an audible. It has audible alerts, so that when I get down like within 10 seconds, it'll start yelling at me, so that if I'm like super in the zone and I'm not looking at the OSD elements, it'll hopefully go in my ear holes and let me know that, you know, I'm coming towards the end of the battery, which is important on 6S because 6S doesn't really sag. 4S, you know good and well when the end of the battery is coming because it starts to sag like crazy. But 6S really is super strong all the way up until the bitter end. Ryan Fedora saying what's... Oh, wait, no, we got that. Great question, Ricardo. C Young 300 with a $20 super chat. Dude, thank you so much. He says, thanks for the great content and put this towards a new computer. Since you called it out, I most certainly will. There we go, $250 out of $12.99. So C Young reminds me, if you want to do a super chat or a PayPal towards this, the M1 iMac fund, you got to call it out. I don't add all of the super chats to that because, you know, some people just want to super chat me so that I can eat and keep the power turned on and keep the cable on and shit like that. But if you want to donate towards this, just call it out in your super chat or call it out in your PayPal. Super chats are awesome. YouTube takes 30%. That's fine. YouTube gives me this platform to stream on, so it's well worth it. If you're anti-YouTube for some reason, that's fine. You can go to CiottiFPV.com and there's a PayPal.me link there, and then you can send me whatever you want direct. And I leave my email up over here so that I can see when those come in. But do me a favor, if you're gonna do that, tag me in the chat and say, hey, I just PayPal'd you. When we do the giveaways tonight, the 4th giveaway is gonna be Super Chat and PayPal based. At that point, I will tell you guys now, if you send me $5 or $10, you'll get put on the wheel. The super chats that come in before then do not get you put on the wheel. Fair warning. And then the first 3 giveaways, as I mentioned earlier, are Patreon based. If you want to get on those, you got to join my Patreon. I've got a $5, $10, and $20 tier that put you into the bi-weekly giveaways. The $5 tier is toothpick and tiny whoop stuff. The $10 tier is 3-inch micro brushless and tiny whoop Cinewhoop parts. And then the $20 a month tier is 5-inch parts. Speaking of, the giveaway items for tonight are a full set of iFlight Zing 0802 22,000 kV tiny whoop motors, a little 2S connector, and 4 used Emax 451S batteries. That's the $5 a month tier. The $10 a month tier is a set of 4 Pyrodrone Flow 2004 motors, brand new. And a set of these Cinewhoop 5-blade propellers. So kind of, you know, Cinewhoopy giveaway tonight. And then the 5-inch tier is a Glide Light full frame. And then 2 sets, maybe even 3 sets of these, I think it's 3 sets, of these Gemfan Hurricane 5125. Build yourself a little lightweight 5-inch rig. And then the super chat and PayPal open to everyone giveaway is a t-shirt, a Vi-Fly Short Saver 2, a Newbie Drone lanyard, Newbie Drone cockroach frame, Tiny Whoop case, some battery straps, Tweet FPV controller, grip tapes, and a digital copy of FPV Flight Dynamics from Christian Malika. So some awesome giveaways going tonight. We're going to do them usually at around 11 o'clock, but it's basically whenever I get caught up on the chat here. Rob Axelson, fucking YouTube did the thing. Rob Axelson says, found old stuff, your hair was nuts. Yeah, I know. The progression of my hair during these live streams has been a real shit show. Zach King with a $5 super chat. He says, thanks in advance. I'm sure I'll use your advice at some point. Thanks for the content. Thank you, Zach, for the support, man. People like you and all you guys are the only reason that I can keep doing this. So it really, really means a lot. C. Young says, hell yes. Bob Noxious says, super proud of you too. Rob Axelson says, no slat, no cricket. I know they are here. Boys, say hello. Nice, Rob. Brandon's Baked Beans says, I also do 1-click turtle, 2 clicks beeper, great minds, something, something. So Brandon, believe it or not, the first click being turtle mode, second click being beeper, used to be really important. I hope that they've patched this, that they've fixed this in Betaflight by now, but there's a chance that they haven't. So for the record, if you're going to have a 3-position switch that has beeper and turtle mode on it, do yourself a favor and do it the way that I've got it, where whatever position is off is going to be either up or down, and then the middle, make sure that that's turtle mode, and then the next position is going to be beeper. There's a weird bug between BL Heli and Betaflight where if you do it the other way, where you've got nothing and then beeper and then turtle mode, and I almost lost a rig on a rooftop in downtown Trenton, New Jersey because of this. If the middle position is beeper, something weird happens between BL Heli and Betaflight, and then from it triggering the beeper, and then when you go to turtle mode, it doesn't spin the props backwards. It spins them in the normal direction. So if you're upside down, it just drives you into the ground harder. What it actually does is it breaks all the blades off of all your propellers. So yeah, make sure that turtle mode is in the middle and then beeper is all the way on one side or the other. There's kind of no reason to not do it that way. Maybe they've fixed it by now, but it doesn't really matter. Just do it that way because there's no reason not to. So that's why I originally did that. I wouldn't be surprised if you might have done it the same way because of that as well, Brandon, because that was a really nasty problem for a while there. Worst possible time to learn about that problem was when I was stuck up 15 stories on a roof. Zach King says, grab a taco or two. Deal, Zach. Carbon Cage standing upside down in Australia. He says, are you running any 6S 3-inch? I am not. 6S on 3-inch it has more disadvantages than advantages in my experience. 3-inch rigs basically don't pull enough amps because the motors and the propellers are so small to warrant running 6S. So there's really no performance benefit to running 6S when you build two identical rigs. Yes, I know that Nurk has a video where he test flew a quad that was not that was on 6S. It was a Cinewhoop, I believe, and he said, "Oh wow, this is great." What he didn't do is fly an identical rig on 4S. I have. And there's no benefit to 6S. And if he had, he would have seen the same thing. It's very simple. It's very, very straightforward. The reason that we went to 6S on 5-inch rigs is because they pull horrendous amounts of voltage and amps. And when the amps skyrocket, that's when higher voltages become more efficient. But when the amps are not skyrocketing like that, lower voltages don't have any disadvantage, and that's what 3-inch propellers and 2-inch propellers and probably to some extent 4-inch propellers, that's the situation there. So, and to go a step farther, the tiny little electronics that we use in micros are really bad at dealing with even 4S. They don't even love 4S. So you put 6S through them and you pop ESCs all the time. So yeah, 6S on micros, in my opinion, and in my experience, which is pretty deep, that's what she said, is bad. It's literally bad. There's no benefits and there's only disadvantages. So yeah, don't do it. Just run 4S on micros and you're gonna get a more reliable rig with the same exact runtime. The other issue with 6S on micros is the batteries, the amount of milliamps in the batteries gets down so low. There's kind of like a point of diminishing returns when you lower the size of the cell. And when the cells become small enough, like 300 mAh, 350 mAh, 250 mAh, they don't perform all that well. So to go all the way up to 6S and then to have to drop the milliamp on the cells down so low, it actually hurts performance. Those tiny little cells, think of Tiny Whoops, right? Like the little Tiny Whoop batteries are awful. Why would you want Tiny Whoop cells? Why would you want 6 of those awful little Tiny Whoop cells, right? So yeah, 6S makes no sense on micros. It's great on 5-inch rigs, but on micros, there's just only disadvantages to it. Chris Croft says, I have Turtle on the Momentary that does both turtle mode and arming in turtle mode using custom functions. That's pretty cool, Chris. I dig that. I dig that for sure. I'm caught up on chat. Brandon's Baked Bean says higher voltage means more noise too. You know, I never even thought about that. Carbon Cage says, thanks, awesome answer. Didn't know if it was worth it, and that all makes sense. You're certainly welcome, Carbon. Since it's not 11 o'clock yet, let's get a little bit of this going on. Thank you, Mighty Car Mods. I'm going to steal this from you. That's from Mighty Car Mods. If you're at all into cars, you should be watching them. You should be subscribed. You should be watching them. Their channel is terrific. I am grabbing a link to it right now. Hopefully they won't sue me to death. Although I think that's so short that YouTube doesn't even pick up on it. But I always like to, you know, give credit where credit is due to the best of my ability. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna move this up. I'm gonna go like this, and you guys are gonna have to stare at my strange, lanky, hairy legs for a minute. But it's gonna be worth it, I swear. We're gonna open this in a second. This is from Pyrodrone, but I mean, we gotta go into the big box first. Am I right? Look at this sponsor box from GemFan. I hope that there's not anything unreleased in here. If there is, just pretend like you didn't see it. So here's a big ass bag of orange F4's, which are very cool. These are the new Freestyle 4 propellers. They are 5.1 by 3.6 by 3. The easiest way to think about the new F3 and F4 props from GemFan is that they're the same pitch. They're a little bit bigger in diameter, but they're the same pitch as the HQ S3 and S4. So you're going to get more power from them because they're a little bit bigger. You're going to get more efficiency from them because GemFan props are just kind of more modern, is a really good way that somebody described them on Joshua's live stream a minute ago. So you're going to get more power, you're going to get more efficiency because the blade shape is much more, you know, from the 21st century. And yeah, and you're going to get different colors. So very, very cool. Some F4s here. Matter of fact, I'm going to throw a couple sets of these in with the Super Chat giveaway for tonight. So let's go 3 packs. 3 packs of these are going into the Super Chat and PayPal giveaway for tonight. What do you think of that? Good timing, GemFan. What else do we have? Ooh, some t-shirts. Oh no, it's extra large. What am I going to do with that? Hey, there's a large. That's a little closer to my size. Ooh, some hats, some Gemfan hats. Okay. I'm not a hat guy, but you know, I'll throw a hat in the back of my car. Well, someday. Some Gemfan battery straps. Ooh, that's cool. And a bunch of stickers. Oh man, these are really nice battery straps. Holy cow. These are really, really nice quality battery straps. I'm down with that. Ooh, this might be, oh no, oh, wait. No, they put out we're going to look at these in a minute. I think these are the new Starlight 5143s, boys and girls. They did, I can show these to you. I'm pretty sure I can show these to you because they put the Instagram post up. Oh, this is exciting. These are exciting. 5143 Starlight props. Man, we've been asking for these since day one. What else do we have here? Some 5226s in this cool milky white. This is Kebab's new propeller, 5.2 inch, 26 pitch. We've got some more 5226s in the orange color, which is very cool. How are can you guys see the colors? Am I holding these like close enough? No, I'll hold them a little closer for you guys. These are some of the F3s. So these are a 31, or no, these are a 30 pitch, 5.1 by 3 by 3. This is I really like this color. This is called Jade Green is what they named this color. So yeah, these are the F3s. And then we've got some, holy shit, a big bag of F4s. We got another pack of F3s in this kind of burgundy color, which is pretty slick. We've got some more 5226s in the purple color. We've got some more 5226s in the smoke gray, which is my preferred color for propellers. Oh, cool. All right, so I'm shipping Baldman FPV a bunch of his stuff, and it looks like they threw stickers on his stuff. That's super helpful. Thank God for that. Some more Baldman stuff here. Oh, hey. Oh, wait, hold on. No. Okay, yeah, we're good. Oh, Baldman got some 3-inch propellers. Look at him go. All right, Baldman. Okay. Let's look at what Baldman got, yo. He got some 4-blade 5145s. Oh, okay. Baldman's, he's running the gambit with some Gemfan props. Some 3052s. See, I like hoard propellers, and I like to have like one set of every propeller always in. Some 5145 by 4s. Some more 3052s. Oh man, Baldman made Gemfan work for it. Some 2035 4-blades. See, I felt bad. I was like, oh, they're sending me a bunch of stuff. I'll keep it easy on them. I'll just ask for a shitload of 5143s, basically. We got some more 5145 by 4s. Ooh, this is fun looking through somebody else's stuff. I'm getting in the mind of Baldman FPV. Some more 3052s in this beautiful teal color. I've always really liked that teal color. It's also kind of a, I don't know. There's some fashion brand that's that color. Ooh, Baldman's going on a 6-inch adventure. Some 6042 by 3s. Building a 6-inch rig, or maybe he already has a 6-inch rig. Oh, what are these? Oh, the 5130s with a million of those little, I don't know what the hell they're called, center adapter things. We got some 5130s for Baldman. 5130? Oh, yeah. 5130s? These are the same ones. We got some black D76 5-blade Cinewoop props, the best Cinewoop props in the world. Some more of those. We've got some 5130s in smoke gray. Looks like Baldman's going all in on the lightweight 5-inch stuff. Some more of those 5130s for him. We've got some. Now we're talking Baldman with the 5143s. These are my preferred freestyle prop at the moment. Some more 5143s for him. And then we've got some of the orange 5143s. I didn't even know they made them in orange. Some more of those. Hey, there's me. 5144 by 3. Oh yeah, I'm really looking forward to these. So this is a more durable. 44 pitch propeller from GemFan. So I'm really interested. I'm going to kind of compare these to. They're heavier than the 5143s, of course. Durability with propellers is very closely related to the weight of the propeller. So these are a little bit heavier than the 5143s, but they're more durable. And I want to compare these to the HQ 5.1 by 3.6s and their new 5.1 by 4.3, I guess it would be, and their new V2Ss. Those are all heavier props by HQ, but I think these are about the same weight. So I'm really curious what's going to be more durable, these guys or the HQ props. So I'm really, really looking forward to spending some time on those. And there's another bag of them. What do we got here? Some clear 3028s because I'm going in hard on the 3-inch game. You guys know that. We've been talking about that. Some more of the 3028s. And now it's just going to be all... these are some smoke gray 5144s, which is pretty awesome. Another bag of those. And now we're just going to get into all... 5152s, that's right. Yeah, I threw a bunch of 5152s in. These are the props that I love running on that high-speed chase rig. So now I've got a bunch of them, which is awesome. Another bag of them. And now this is going to be all 5143s, boys and girls, because I am just hopelessly in love with 5143s. Boom, boom. Big-ass bag of the smoke ones. And then another big old bag of the smoke ones. Very cool. Thank you, GemFan. That is super awesome. Now we've got a Pyrodrone package. Hold on, let me get caught up on chat first. Abraham is a hat guy and a sunscreen guy ever since my melanoma diagnosis. I don't mean to laugh, Aber, but I didn't know where you were going with that. Jesus. We do what we have to do, man. Recursive FPV says, how much do I need to super chat to get into the giveaway? Typically, Recursive, what I do is $5 for one entry, $10 for two entries. But don't do it now. You got to wait until I say, okay, now, which is going to be once we get to that part of the giveaway. It's going to be the fourth giveaway that we do. So we're getting there. Just hang out for a little bit longer, and we're going to get there. Don't do a super chat now. You will not be... I will take that money and spend it on hookers and cocaine. I swear to God I will. License to Drive says, damn, how big is that care package box? It's big. I got a big box. B-Man FPV says, what's up? Michael Blades says, just sub then. Thank you, Michael. Rob Axelson says, 6S on a whoop is like putting a big block in a light frame auto. Then again, Kara Shelby had no idea what he was doing. Yeah, right? Caught up there. Okay, scroll back down here. And Rob Axelson says, look, 3.2 kilograms of cocaine. You need to add that to the whoop giveaway. Finn FPV says, I hope Bob makes a slightly higher pitch, 5.21. Yeah, me too. And I also hope he makes one that's a little bit heavier, so it's a little bit more durable. These new, so his 5.2s, these F3s and the F4s, I've been flying all three of them since Rampage, and I prefer the 5143s for the same reason that I prefer the 5143s over the S3s, S4s, and S5s and the peanut butter jelly props from HQ, which is that the 5143s are a little bit heavier. They're like a few tenths of a gram heavier, but they're much more durable. The S3s, the S4s, the S5s, the peanut butter and jelly props from HQ, and now the F3s, F4s, and 5.2-inch GemFan props. These propellers are all absolutely as light as you can possibly make a higher pitch propeller. The drive is for the absolute maximum ped loop performance and just reduction in throttle latency. But when you do that, you end up with a very lightweight propeller and you sacrifice durability. And all of those propellers that I just mentioned are just not quite enough durable for the way that I fly and for how hard that I crash. So for me, the Gemfan 5143 is the absolute best of both worlds. Then on the other, so that's like over here, right? Like super lightweight but a little bit fragile. The 5143 is right in the middle. It's the best mix I've ever found. And then over here we've got the HQ 5.1 line of propellers. They make a 5.1 by 3, a 5.1 by 3.6, 5.1 by 4, 5.1 by 4.3. These are all very heavy, but they're very strong. Also, the V2S, the new V2S 5 by 4.3, is also over here. A little heavier, but more durable. And these Gemfan 5144s are also over here. A little bit heavier, but in theory, a little bit more durable. I have a feeling they are. You can kind of tell by the way the prop sort of feels. But yeah, I like being right in the middle. I like the strength of these kind of too heavy, in my opinion, props. But I like the lightweight of these sort of bleeding edge of what's possible propellers. It's really nice that Gemfan has a propeller in the middle there, which is the 5143, right? HQ does not have a propeller that's in the middle there. They have all these props that are ultra lightweight and fragile, and then they have a whole bunch of these props that are too heavy and super durable. I think that's why a lot of people are flying the 5143, man. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head that's not flying Gemfan 5143s right now. That's how good they are in terms of like pro pilots. So yeah, if you haven't checked them out yet, give them a shot. You're probably gonna like them because I'm a complete lunatic in terms of prop testing, and I've flown them all. And yeah, the 5143s are king. Not king of Zamunda though. I just watched Coming to America 2 last night, and I was very disappointed. Ed Sherman says, do any of those props smell like watermelon? They do not, Ethan. I think I just called you Edward. I don't know what I just called you. Ethan must have been watching Joshua Bardwell's stream a minute ago. Rob Axelson says, prop box. Scrolling down, Rob Axelson also says, got the prop box of crated oh fuck it. Maniac FPV says, what up, you big beautiful bastard? Now we're talking. I can say those words. Okay, YouTube did the thing yet again. Rob Axelson says, again, durability or performance, what makes a good prop? I don't really think of props. So in terms of the word good, right? A good prop to me is a propeller that's well balanced. And that's about it, because that's really the only thing that is not based on personal preference. Because if a propeller is not well balanced, I'm looking at you, HQ, then it's going to suck no matter what. Like, there's not going to be a person that's like, oh, I prefer imbalanced props that make my motors melt and my ESC catch fire, right? It just doesn't exist. So yeah, in terms of the word good, it's all about the propeller being well balanced, and in my experience, Gemfan's props are better balanced than anybody. And that's not just me. Mark Spatz of UAV Tech did some testing a year or so ago, and all of the Gemfan and T-Motor, because the T-Motor props are made by Gemfan, but you didn't hear that from me. All of those props were way better balanced than the HQ props that he tested. The new generation of HQ props seem to be fine. HQ had a really hard time on their 5-inch props. Once they went to these 5.1-inch props, the balance issues seemed to kind of go away. But ever from the very beginning, Gemfan props have always been better balanced. You really get to see this with micro propellers. It's way harder to balance a micro propeller. And from day one, 4.5 or so years ago of me being into this hobby, I would put a Gemfan prop on a micro that was really tuned well, and it would just straight up fly better. I would have to cripple the tune when I would want to run HQ props on micros. So that's where I really kind of noticed it. It's not as much of an issue with 5-inch props, but it is still a little bit of an issue. Recursive FPV says, sounds good, brother, just say the word. Layman Board says, what's up, bro? Bob Noxious with a $20 super chat. He says, for hikers and cocaine. Hikers. I mean, I am spending a lot of time with yoga ladies, so and you know, a lot of them like the outdoors. So Bob Noxious potentially mistyped that, but it's more accurate that way. Or he meant to type that and he knows. Scroll. Mike Bird says the SSL certificate on your website expired. It didn't expire because I never even set it up, because apparently setting that up, according to everybody in the chat, is a huge pain in the ass. So yeah, just click the button that you trust it and you'll be good to go. Where is it at? GrizzFPV says, got a question. I have the QAVS and I have the T-motor 1507 3800s on it. Motors are super hot after 40 seconds of flight. Could you point me in the right direction to cool them off? Unfortunately, Grizz, motors like that, motors that are 5 and 6 and 7 millimeters tall, and 6, 7, and 8 millimeter tall motors are always going to run hot. Always. There's a reason that we've moved away from those motors in recent times, and it's that, yeah, they just don't have, like, when you think of like the motor can, the wind is all going in this direction, right? So having a really narrow, really tall motor, it's only going to get a little bit of the wind to cool itself down. Whereas nowadays we've moved to like 1804's and 2004's, which are much wider, so they're going to get cooled down by a lot more of the wind. The 1507 motor craze was like a year and a half ago before we realized this, right? All of that being said, they shouldn't be that hot. If you're getting that much motor heat, if you're on my Patreon, which will cost you $3 whole a month, that's only 10 cents a day, I do have a really an article on there that I busted my ass to write on a step-by-step process troubleshooting motor heat. So if you have a couple dollars, you can go on over there. When you're at the top of my Patreon page, there's a button that says Tech Talk. It's going to give you every single article that, every single post that I've tagged with the word Tech Talk. So that's really your best bet, because there's a lot of things. It could be so many different things. So if you have a couple dollars, you can do that. But basically what that's going to walk you through is, are your motor screws touching the windings? Do you have too much P and D gain dialed in? Do you not have enough filtering dialed in? Are there any other bolts loose on your frame? Are your arms delaminated? Well, I mean, there you go. So there's 5 out of, I think, like 8 or so things that I've got in that step-by-step checklist. On the Patreon page, they're in a specific order that you should check them in. I'm just kind of giving them to you here off the top of my head. But there's 5 things that could definitely be the reason behind motor heat. Or you could be using props that are not balanced well. There's a lot. There's a lot of different things that it could be. If you have $3 whole, you'll get access to a list of everything that I've ever had that's caused motor heat. Halfboard says, same. Coming to America 2 was a letdown, and Leslie and Tracy were not given a chance to really shine, in my opinion. Yeah, they just kind of like, it just felt very forced. It just felt like it was like, oh, we're going to make a sequel, and we're going to reference all the old jokes. Fuck you. Write a new movie, idiots. Rob Oxison says, sorry, fat thumbs, many drinks. Recursive FPV says, I just tried to super chat you for your hookers and cocaine fun, but I've tried 4 times and YouTube says to edit my messages and try again. No, when I type it won't let me. I guess it doesn't like the word hookers, or maybe it doesn't like the word cocaine. Recursive, if you want, you can jump over to CiottiFPV.com. There's a PayPal button down at the bottom. You can PayPal me direct. it'll pop up over here in my email, and then YouTube won't take 30%. And you can type whatever the hell you want into PayPal. They don't cuck your language and choice of words. Remy Tim says, I've got a sunrise hike first date with a pretty lady this week. Ooh, outdoorsy ladies are great, really great. Yeah, I agree, Daniel. I gotta find me one of them. Haveboard says, GoDaddy is trash and doesn't support the protocol for OpenSSL and wants to change and wants to charge for SSL. Give CiottiFPV more money so we can take care of it. But first, get the man a Mac. Thank you, Haveboard. T-Bird is in the house. He says, what's up? Just woke up and headed to work. Recursive FPV says, I got you, man. Much appreciated, Recursive. Caught up on chat again. So now we're going to dive into the, who's this from? Pyrodrone box. Because you know what time it is. That's the wrong button. There we go. Okay. Pyrodrone package. I have another Pyrodrone package coming because for some reason I didn't... we'll talk about that in a second. Let's get this out of the way. R-Line 6S 1050 version 1. This is my preferred 5-inch battery, and unbelievably, Pyrodrone still has some. So, and I recently blew one up, so I got a little replacement here. So yeah, this battery, this is the cheapest 170 gram 1,000 plus mAh battery I've been able to find. I've been running these batteries pretty exclusively on my 5-inch rigs for the last over a year, and they're just fantastic. They're just such a good mix of lightweight and durability and good power delivery and no sag, and yeah, so they're $30 a battery. Yes, that's a lot more money than China Hobby Line or Ovonic, but the performance difference and the weight difference are well worth the extra money. They're a little bit less. So then you've got Thunder Power batteries, which are $40 per, but they're not even as light as these. And these perform so well that, like, I don't, like, maybe the Thunder Powers perform better, but, like, these don't sag until, like, they're full-blown dead. And, like, I don't need any, like, the end. Like, that you can't really perform any better than that, right? Like, so I don't really see a point to spending any more money than on these guys. That being said, I haven't flown a Thunder Power battery, but I don't want to. I don't need to. Like, it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be $10 better, straight up. Like, these don't trigger the low battery warning. The end, right? Like, and I don't feel any sag. And yeah, going from $30 to $40 is kind of nuts. This is a version 4. Tattoo 6S R-Line 1050 version 4. So this is their newest chemistry. It's 10 grams heavier, which I really don't like. But I figure, what the hell? I'll give it a shot. If anything, this will be an interesting test. This versus the version 1, because the performance of the version 1s is, in my opinion, like, perfect. Like, can't really be better. This is their new chemistry, so in theory it will be better, right? But I don't foresee it actually being better. What this could be related to is that I fly a lightweight rig, right? I fly 5-inch rigs that are 605 to 610 grams all up on somewhat efficient 2306 motors. that I have usually motor scaled down. I don't fly a big, super powerful setup. So that, I fly a lightweight setup that doesn't make huge power. And because of those two things, maybe I'm not putting enough stress on the version 1 batteries that it matters, right? So in theory, this version 4 won't fly any different than the version 1 other than that it's heavier. T-Bird says, what about version 2 and version 3? They were a lot heavier. The version 2 and version 3 6S 1050s were like 190 and 200 grams, like all the other batteries. And I have no interest in a battery that's heavy. GrizzFPV says, already on Patreon. Awesome, brother. Carbon Cage says, where's your missus lately? Haven't seen her in the background for a while. She left me about a month ago, Carbon Cage. So it's CiottiFPV flying solo now. That's kind of why life has been such a piece of shit lately. But I'm doing what I got to do to get through it. I'll be all right. I appreciate those of you that have reached out to check on me. I haven't really been talking about it because it hurts to talk about, and she asked me to not talk about it. And for some reason, I obeyed. But yeah, that's why it's been a little different around here lately. Where are we at here in the chat? Wait, no, hold on. We got one more battery. We've got a GNB 1000 mAh 6S 120C. I figured while I was testing that version 4, that I might as well test the equivalent GNB. I've done this test before, not with this exact GNB, but I've found the R-line batteries to be a little bit lighter weight and a little bit less saggy. So this will just be another... sometimes I like to kind of, I'll do some testing and I'll make a decision, and then like 6 months will go by or a year will go by, and I'll just kind of wonder, right? Because like, especially with batteries, like the chemistry does change over time, and it's just kind of good to go back and do a little bit of retesting sometimes, to make sure that you're still kind of dialed in, because with how quickly everything changes in FPV, what I don't want to happen is for like, GNB to change their chemistry and now all of a sudden their batteries are like unbelievable, right? And I'm still basing my knowledge off of 6 months ago GNB batteries that weren't as amazing, right? So every once in a while I like to try to retest. I gotta turn the air conditioning on. It is goddamn boiling in here. Hold on, motherfuckers, I'm coming back, don't you worry. 72 degrees, the air conditioning is now set on, I feel fine. CMYKFPV says, what smoke stopper do you recommend? The only smoke stopper to get is the Vifly V2. Oh, come on, OBS. Hold on, I'll be right back. The keystrokes shit the bed on OBS, and if I don't have the keystrokes, I'm gonna get very angry. So hold on, the stream's gonna pinwheel for a second. I'll be right back. Be right back. Be right back. Hey, keystrokes are working again. All right. Yeah, Vifly Short Saver 2. This is the only smoke stopper to get, like, for real. First of all, none of the other smoke stoppers work. Like, straight up, they don't work. They literally don't work. The Vifly does. So, yeah, done. But also, the Vifly, you can set it for 1 amp or 2 amps, and then it also has an on-off button. So if the fact that it actually works isn't enough, it's also got those other really cool features. But yeah, absolutely no reason to get any other smoke stopper than this one. And this is going to be a giveaway item, so hopefully you win. And then you don't have to buy one, but just buy one because they're like $12. And they'll save you a rig. B-Man says, "Oh my God, dude, so sorry to hear that. Damn it. I'm not. once shit gets to that point, it's, yeah. Recursive says things will get better. You'll find someone better. Goddamn right I will. Joey is here. Says, what neck strap do you use? I have the same lanyard connector thingy you showed on the QX7 earlier, and I haven't found one I'm happy with that fits the smaller hole. That's what she said. I use the company used to be called Pretty Fly. Now they're called. Fuck. Oh, I forget what they're called now. I'm the worst. They sent me a big box of lanyards not too long ago to for the giveaways. Somebody in the chat, hook a brother up. Who were those lanyards made by that I was giving away? They have all the cool designs on them. Somebody in the chat will know. But yeah, they used to be made by Pretty Fly. I really dig them. What problem are you having with the smaller hole, Jory? Metal Dirksen says, GNB micro batteries are about the best I've used. Are the big ones as good, or will this be the test? So with the micro batteries, I actually have the same experience. GNB is really good, but then Tattoo R lines are even better and a little bit lighter. The big batteries, it's the same kind of thing. The GNBs are great. They're better than China Hobby Line, but they're not quite as light as the Tattoo R lines. But they're cheaper. So yeah, I have the same experience with micro batteries as with 5-inch batteries. One more little package of batteries. These are actually brand new. These are GNB 2S 350 70 to 140C. And look at this. They've got a pH 2.0 connector on them. So I'm going to try these on the 75 millimeter Tiny Whoops for 2S 350s. Isn't that cool? I can't believe they come with a pH 2.0. That's really, really cool. It's so funny. They come with a pH 2.0 for full voltage, and then they come with a 2S balance lead to charge them with. So these are actually going to be kind of tough for me to charge. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to charge these. I'm going to have to make an adapter. I'm going to have to make a pH 2.0 to XT30 adapter to charge these damn things. That's kind of annoying, but whatever. It'll be worth it. Yeah, these are absolutely brand new. I don't know what that green label is. GNB usually uses the color of the label to denote something. I don't know what the green denotes. Maybe it stands for good. G for green, G for good, I don't know. Huckleberry FPV with a $20 super chat. He says, you're a good dude with one of these. Thank you, Huckleberry. Very, very cool of you, man. Thanks for supporting the madness. Carbon Cage says, what the fuck? Damn, I'm sorry, I didn't realize. So sorry. Hope you're doing okay, bud. Sucks so much. Such an awesome man. Not sure how I was overlooked. Love you, bro. Thanks, Carbon. It's all good, man. I'll be okay. Alec Dvornik says, and Collective, I need TPU filament recommendations. I think it's just SaneSmart, right? I think there's kind of no reason to not run SaneSmart. Everybody that makes really good quality TPU prints that I've seen uses SaneSmart. So I don't know. Kevin Smith says it's not obedience but respect, deserved or not. Very true, Kevin. Very, very true. But like it's kind of been long enough now where I'm just like, well, fuck it. Suave FPV says I'm running late today, but you're looking good. Thank you, Suave. YouTube just did the thing. God damn it. There we go. Remy Tim says, Broken Prop Crew. There it is. Chomper said it as well. Yeah, Broken Prop Crew. They bought Pretty Fly, and they make my lanyard, and I love it. And they have all kinds of really cool designs. Check them out. Broken Prop Crew, BPC. Right. Metal Dirtskin says there are some micro battery chargers that will charge a 2S through a balance lead. I'd post a link if I could. It's all good, Metal. I gotta use my existing chargers. I try to keep everything as streamlined as possible. Zach Lothamer says I think green is standard voltage. I know pink is high voltage. It's not that because these are high voltage. So green must be something else. Maybe it's, oh, you know what? It's the C, no, it's not the C rating. Maybe it's the C rating. I don't know. Whatever. It's something. Here's what's exciting. in this Pyrodrone order that I've been kind of beating around the bush. This ripsqueak, well, just pretend, oh wait, no, here we go. This ripsqueak here is going to be the ultralight ripsqueak. And a part of it being the ultralight ripsqueak is going to be seeing how small of a motor I can get away with. And what that means is I'm going to try 1404's. It's probably not going to work. They're probably going to be too small. I've run 1404's in the past, but motor tech keeps getting better, especially with micromotors. So there's a chance that things like air gap, things like the thickness of the magnets have improved enough on these on the new crop of 1404's that I can get away with running them and build a nice ultralight ripsqueak setup that can still carry a RunCam hybrid for that 4K 30 frame per second chocolatey goodness. But I don't know which 1404's are coggy and which ones are smooth, and that is really kind of all that matters. So I have bought one of every single 1404 that I can find. I've got three here. One of these is a really exciting motor, actually. It's that one. We're going to talk about that one last. I've got 3 1404's here, and then I've got another 3 1404's coming. The ones that are coming are the T-Motor 1404, the X-Nova 1404, and I forget the third one, but they'll be here in a couple days. So make sure you subscribe and all that shit. But here are the first 3 1404's you guys are going to get to see at the millisecond that I find out whether or not they're notchy. Look at this. So this is the Happy Model 1404. Look at the length of this cable, and it's got a little connector on it. So ready? We're going to see. Oh, this is 9x9 mount base, which is really good. Let's see if it's notchy. It's all right. It's all right. It's somewhere in between. It's probably a little bit too notchy for perfectly smooth, jello-free footage, but it's probably right on the line. I'll give you guys the little spin test in the microphone. Well, it's really hard with the small motors. Just take my word for it. I've done this with a million motors. Yeah, it's a little more notchy than I would want. But it's not that bad. All that being said, I probably won't buy 3 more. So we're gonna put that one aside. Also, because it's made by Happy Model, it's, they make kind of shitty stuff. So next up, we've got the Brother Hobby 1404 4600 kV. This is their brand new one, the green one, I believe it is. That's in the new item section of your favorite website. Here's what they look like. You guys have seen this, I'm sure, by now. Let's see. Oh wow, they're exactly the same. Nah, they're a little bit less notchy. Little tiny bit less notchy. That's not... it's not great. It's not terrible, though. I bet you they make mega power, though. They got big, thick magnets in them. Oh my god. I don't know if I've ever seen magnets this thick in a micromotor. Dearie me. Yeah, they've got big old thick boys in there. Jesus. Okay, so these are going to make some serious power for a 1404, but yeah, just a little too notchy maybe for HD. Let me go back to the Happy Model real quick. All right, Happy Model. Toka doesn't make a 1404 AA. I don't think. I didn't see it when I was searching for them, at least. All right, there's that one. The tiniest little bit less notchy than the Happy Models, just a tiny little bit, but still a little coggy. Next, we've got the Zing. The Zing V2, I think. I think this is the Zing V2, made by iFlight. Come on, get out of there. Why am I? Yeah. This is the new Zing 1404. And let's see. Oh, that's better. Now we're talking. Thank you, iFlight. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now we're talking. Still a little bit coggy, but much better than those two. And it's a 9x9 mount base. That's actually a problem. Oh, no. I thought it was 12x12. Oh, thank you, Brother Hobby. Okay, so these are all three of these are 9x9. Some of these companies are going to a 12x12 mount base on the 1404s, and that's dumb. 1404s should be a 9x9 mount base. The reason why that makes a difference is because 9x9 mount bases are compatible with the unbelievable GEP RC 9x9 mount base prop guards that I've shown a bunch of times. So yeah, if you're gonna buy a 1404, it should be a 9x9 mount base so that you can then run those prop guards if you need to. Oh, iFlight, thank you, iFlight. Oh my God, about fucking time these motor manufacturers figure this out. We're gonna weigh them, but here's the problem: the motor wires are all different lengths. So let me pick the one with the shortest motor wires, and that would appear to be the iFlight. And I'm gonna cut the other ones down. And then it pains me to do this because I'm gonna have to cut this motor connector off of this Happy Model No, you know what? Fuck you. Nobody wants the Happy Model motor anyway. I'm not gonna... I should. No, I'm not gonna. Fuck you, Happy Model. Don't buy the Happy Model. How about that? There we go. Now the weight of it doesn't matter. I'm still gonna weigh it though. With a little bit of extra cable, although the Happy Model used the most hilariously thin motor wires I've ever seen. So to be honest, this is probably a pretty fair fight because it's saving weight by using hilariously thin gauge motor wire. So this is probably the motor wire is probably evened out between these. Happy Model 1404, 8.6 grams. Brother Hobby 1404, the new one, 8.5 grams. iFlight Zing, this is probably going to be a little heavier. It just feels heavier. Yikes. 9.8 grams. Oh boy. Did the scale just break? 9.8 grams. Oh my God. 8.6. 8.6. The fuck did you make this motor out of, iFlight? Gold? It must be this bell design. This bell design is like got all kinds of shit going on. And it also just look at it. It just looks bigger. It just looks physically bigger. You know what I mean? Damn. Well, that's a little bit of a bummer. That's pretty heavy, man. Okay. Well, there are 3 or 4 more of these 1404s coming. Hopefully one of those... I'm really hoping the T-motor is good. Hopefully one of those is a little bit lighter than this iFlight, but still nice and smooth. Wait, no. Somebody sent me a video of them turning the T-motor, and it's not smooth at all. So the T-motor is a lost cause. Maybe this iFlight, because of the extra weight, will be a little bit more durable, but I very much doubt that because what breaks, what fails on all of these micromotors is the motor shaft, and the motor shafts are all 2mm. These motor manufacturers need to get these fuckers onto 3mm motor shafts for them to have proper durability. But they're not, because they don't listen to anybody that actually flies. Damn, that's a bummer, man. It's a bummer. What movie? Yeah, wow. Like, half a gram, like 3/4 of a gram, I'm cool with that. But that's more than 1 extra gram. That's a bit much. Well, we'll see how the other ones are. There, way to go, Aber. The fourth motor, AA did not forget. So, there are certain motor sizes that I've been bitching and moaning would be the correct motor sizes. Correct. For a long time. Those of you OG people probably know those motor sizes offhand, because I scream and yell about us needing them pretty frequently. And iFlight made one of those sizes, and I am really, really, really happy about that. iFlight now makes a 1504. Brother Hobby made the 1504.5, which is great. That is a great motor, but I can deal without the half. So there's finally a 1504, and that is really good news. So hopefully it's as smooth as this 1404. This is what it looks like. I'm kind of scared because it looks like their old design and their old micromotors were ultra notchy, but this thing just spun in my hand and it is nice and smooth. Oh boy, it is very smooth. This is more smooth than their new one. Wow. Okay, iFlight. Okay. Let's check the weight. It's gonna be heavy. They do this big, like, rounded bell design, and they're always kind of heavy. So that says 11.7 grams. We're gonna compare that to the Brother Hobby 1504.5, which is not a super fair comparison because the 1504.5 does have an extra 0.5 millimeter of stator height, but I'm willing to bet that the 1504.5 is actually lighter. The first thing I need to do, though, is equalize the length of the motor wires. So I am going to do that real quick here. And all right, so there we go. All right, so now they've got the same length. Whoops. I cut the Zing motor a little too short. Brother Hobby 1504.5, 10.2 grams. Zing with short cables, hey, 10.3 grams. Okay. Not too bad. That's fine. That's fine. At least it's not heavier. Oh, good question. It's 9x9. Brian Ladmeraw says, is the iFlight 1504 9x9? It is. Wow. I think I realized that when I was ordering it. Okay. So, I'm not going to go with any of these 1404s. I'm going to buy 4 more of these 1504s. Yeah, for sure. This is what's going to go on this Ripsqueak. Absolutely for certain. So here's going to be a really interesting comparison coming soon. iFlight 1504, which is a 9x9, on a Ripsqueak with a Runcam hybrid, versus one of the other Ripsqueaks with a Runcam hybrid on RCX 1306s, which are also 9x9. Ooh, yeah! iFlight, thank you. Ooh, boy. Special cushion, asks Double A. You know, I've never seen a micromotor that's had that special little cushion thing, but, I mean, there's no reason that they couldn't do it. Let me see if I can see it up in there with my pirate eye. Nope. It just has a... What's annoying is that there's a... They do have a washer in there, but it's a metal washer. That's a waste. That's okay, though. That's okay. None of the micromotors have that Teflon O-ring. Which, to me, means that maybe there's a reason they can't do it, or maybe they just don't care about us micro people. Either or. Ooh! Zing 1504! Nice and smooth, not super heavy, not super light either. Ooh, 9x9. Ooh. What did we do to deserve this? Oh, today's a good day, boys and girls. Today's a good day. This is a good fucking day, man. Oh, I got goosebumps. We get so fucked on micromotors, man. Like, we really do. Like, we just take it right up the ass on micromotors all the time, and it really, it's really obnoxious. I should not have to get this excited about a motor in a size that I've wanted forever that's not notchy. But, hey, whatever. Damn. Yes. Yes, man. Fuck living with somebody. We got fucking 1504 motors that are 9x9 motor mount that are fucking smooth. All right, let's do a giveaway. Let's do 4 giveaways. How about that? Hold on, let me get caught up on chat, and then we'll do the giveaways. Alec Dvornik says, "What size props for these 1404s again?" Up until this 1504, the plan was to try them on 3-inch props. With all previous 1404s that I've run, 3-inch tri-blade props were too much. It was too heavy of a propeller for the 1404. I was kind of thinking that with these new 1404s, maybe they would have enough power for those tri-blade props. But I don't even care anymore because of this. There's just no reason not to get this. This is the smoothest out of all of these. It's not that much heavier, and yeah, it's got more stator width, which is a big deal. I know that going from 1404 to 1504 doesn't sound like much, right? But you can't think of it in terms of millimeters. You have to think of it in terms of percentages, right? A 14 millimeter wide stator increasing to a 15 millimeter wide stator is like an 8% increase. Somebody correct me on the math there. Well, no, don't bother. It's somewhere around an 8% increase. That's a big deal. Imagine if your car started making 8% more horsepower. That's a big deal. Like, there aren't many bolt-ons to cars that can do that. So yeah, going from 1404 to 1504 is a big-ass deal. These are more than likely going to turn a tri-blade 3-inch prop totally fine. 1404s I like with a 2.5-inch prop. The Emax A-Van Rush 2.5-inch prop on a 1404 is a beautiful combination. You just have to put a ton of RPM into it. You got to try to get like 4S, well over 4,000 kV, ideally 5,000 kV, to really get a good ripper of a 1404 with a 2.5-inch prop on a rig, on a freestyle rig. This is not toothpicks. I don't fly toothpicks. I'm not interested in those rigs. They can't carry HD cameras. If they do carry an HD camera, they have tons of prop in view. They don't crash well. They don't fly all that well, in my opinion, because they're not heavy enough. All the recommendations that I give you guys are for ripsqueak style, freestyle micros that are basically just taking a 5-inch rig and shrinking it down, so that you can get the 5-inch flight experience with no props in view and with a protected camera, but still have something that's lightweight. 661FPV says Hyperlight 1404.5s are 12x12 and use a bigger bearing than all those motors. I didn't know that about the bearing, 661. That's super interesting. The fact that they're 12x12 is the reason that I decided not to use those on this Ripsqueak, unfortunately. But I do have a set of the Hyperlight 1404.5s. But yeah, the fact that they're 12x12 sucks, because then you can't use those GEP-RC ducts. The other thing that sucks about 12x12 is you can't use these lightweight Ripsqueak arms. BQE makes a bunch of different arms for the Ripsqueak, and they make thinner, lighter weight arms that are 9x9 only. The 12x12 arms that they make are 3.2 millimeters thick, and so far in my crash testing, that thickness is so much that the arms never break. So then the motors take all the abuse. And as you guys probably know by now, I don't like that situation. I prefer the arm to break first before the motor goes, because the arms are cheap and easy to replace. The motors are expensive and a pain in the balls to replace. So I'm really excited on this Ripsqueak here to be able to use these lighter weight. I think they're 2.8 millimeter thick arms. If I'm don't quote me on that though, but they're definitely lighter, thinner, and yeah. Journey Droid says, "AA, when your CiottiFPV good, you only need 3." FPV Trekker says, "I'm trying to hip you to the iFlight motors." I've been a fan of the iFlight motors forever, but they don't have many that are not notchy, and they're also kind of heavy. That's the biggest problem for me with the iFlight motors, is that they're a little too heavy. And this one is, this 1504 is it should be lighter than this, but the fact that it's 9x9 mount totally makes up for that. I really wish that they would slim their motor bells down a little bit to save a little bit of weight. That is typically what talks me out of iFlight motors, unfortunately. Journey Droid says, "I got my Zing 2 2207 a few days ago. So pretty, very cool, Journey." Bob Noxious says, "I have the 1507 and it's really smooth, curved magnets." I'm assuming Bob's talking about the Zing 1507s. I had a set of those on the Acrobrat. I have an edit up here on the channel called Destroying a brand new set of iFlight Zing 1507s in one session or something like that. They did not hold up very well, so be careful with those. If you're talking about Zing 1507s, Bob Noxious, be careful. Don't crash them into concrete. They will not hold up. Brian Ladmiraw says, "Is the iFlight 1504 9x9?" We covered that. Brian Ladmiraw says, "Smooth 1504 with 9x9. Holy shit, I want them too. Ordered 5 of the T-motors, but I'm ordering those too." Oh, Brian, oh, that sucks, bro. I know we were talking about that on Facebook. I was hoping you would wait, but I had a feeling that you might pull the trigger on those T-motor 1404s. Sell them on FPV Exchange. There you go. Your Majesty says, "Where are those 1504s? Out of stock at Pyro." Oh, no, really? Did you motherfuckers go and order all these 1504s? Really? I need 3 more, you bastards. How you gonna fuck me like that? I got them from Pyrodrone. Oh, come on. God damn it. No. I assume it wasn't you guys, but yeah, it looks like Pyrodrone's the only place that has them. Oh, no. No, I should have unboxed them off the street. I should have just... there was no way to know. There was no way to know. God damn it. Well, if you ordered these 1504s in the last 15 minutes, cop to it. Type it in the chat. You cop to it. I want to know. I want to know if it was you. Or you. Or you. Damn it. Oh, that stings. Alec Dvorak says, "I can't find them." Bob Noxious says, "Same as what you got in the 1507. iFlight had a sale. $11.99 on the iFlight site." Very cool. I'm not boycotting Pyro at all. Pyro is my favorite shop. I wish that they would get me on their affiliate program. If you guys do an order on Pyrodrone, do me a favor. They have an affiliate program. They told me that they would get me onto the affiliate program. and then they stopped replying to my messages. So do me a huge favor. Every Pyrodrone order you do, put in the notes, hey, you guys should put CiottiFPV on your affiliate program. He pimps you out literally every day. Because I kind of do. I kind of talk about Pyrodrone on almost every live stream and how awesome they are. So do me that favor in your notes. I mean, you know, you could just do that on every order you place. But specifically with Pyrodrone, Maniac FPV says, catch me on FPV Exchange. Did any of you guys order them? Rob Schleit says, I don't even see those motors listed on iFlight. Somebody says, I'm confused. Why is he saying that they're out of stock? The lower KV that's worthless is out of stock, but the proper 3900 KV is out of stock, unfortunately. And I swear to God, if it was one of you guys that ordered all of them, it's okay. Alec Dvornik says, I can't find them. 661 FPV says, the 2.5mm arms are good on the 2.5-inch ripsqueak, but on the 3-inch ripsqueak, the 2.5 arms break super easy. Alright, well, I'll be the judge of that, 661. I'm actually okay with them breaking super easy because the micro motors are so goddamn fragile that, yeah, it's sort of fine. Paul McDonald says, the 1507 Zings I got are a bit notchy. The ones that I had were very smooth, so it's, I don't know. Tuhotomi says, as Your Majesty said, around 15% more volume. Did I get that math that wrong? Jesus, 15%. Okay, fair enough. 661 said, okay, good. Talked about that. Let's do some giveaways, boys and girls. I think I am up to date. Zach King says, hit up Zing. Yeah, they're going to ship from overseas, though, and it's going to take forever, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. Maybe I'll have to, if I have to do it, I will. Your Majesty says, maybe payback for buying the rest of the 4S FPV cycle batteries. Yeah, it's so true. Bushy the Bird spelled my name wrong and put a space in between Ciotti and FPV, but I still managed to see it. What's the best way to sand or shave some 40mm props down to 39 so they'll fit my cockroach frame? That's a tough one. When I've had to slightly decrease props, I've taken like a piece of sandpaper or like a file, and I've hooked the battery up to the rig, and I go into the motors tab, and I spin them up in the motors tab individually, and then I'll just stick like the piece of whatever in there to just shave off. That's what I've done, but it's kind of sketchy to do it that way. Brian Ladmorale says, I was looking for closer to 4600 or 5000 kV. Still want them though. Yeah, I typically want those KVs as well, Brian, but what I've found is that even 4000 kV on 4S with the 3035 tri-blade gem fans, which is not a super pitchy prop, it still makes a horrendous amount of power. So, yeah. Giveaways! Let's get them. I need to pull this out of here. I need to pull up Epidemic Sound. I need to pull up Discord. So while you guys are waiting for me to put everybody on the wheels and click a couple of buttons and do some other things, one of the other perks of being a patron is you get access to a special Discord page called the Video Collective. And on the Video Collective, you can submit your flight edits, and while I'm clicking a couple buttons here, I will play 3 of those flight edits. So at some point, Discord will open. There it is. And I can get in there. Maybe. Discord, come on. There it is. Yeah, it's called the Video Collective. It is not accessible for non-patrons, so, you know, give me $3 a month or else. And here we go. So it's going to be a Torque-tastic video, it's going to be a Fin FPV video, and it's going to be a Haxed video. First up, we are going to go... What do I need to do to open this? Yep. There we go. Alright, so we're pulling up a Haxed video first. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to mute it. And I'm going to pause it again because for some reason the first time didn't work. Looks like Haxed on Discord is Robin Duckett here on YouTube. FinFPV is going to be next. I am clicking on his video. It is muted automatically. I'm hitting pause. I'm probably going to have to hit pause again because YouTube is dumb. Sure enough, got to hit pause again. Maybe I'll have to hit it a third time. Nope, just twice. And then Torktastic, getting his video going on here. FPV Trucker says, didn't you sneak out and buy something earlier? I did not. I turned the temperature down in the air conditioner in here. All right, cool. I got those 3 videos up. I can quit out of Discord. And... all right, turning on some Epidemic Sounds. Pulling this to the other monitor. I'm not going to be able to see the chat, but that's okay. Enjoy some Torktastic, boys and girls. I'll be right back with the giveaways all set up. Really? 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 Thanks for hanging, Kemma. Alright, well, let me give this some time to buffer, I guess. I don't know what to do anymore, man. Like... computer, or Comcast, I don't know. Whoever's betraying me right now, I hope you burn in hell. Let's try Robin Duckett's video first here. Let's see if this works. Torque-tastic fucking shredding there. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw some nice smooth flying, brother. Very, very cool. Alright, boys and girls, everything is all set up here. Recursive FPV says, also, I send you some hooker and cocaine money on PayPal. Thank you, Recursive. Very cool. Recursive also says, so is it time to super chat? I was flying a pack and missed what you said. I heard you say giveaway. Almost, Recursive. We do the Patreon specific ones first, and then we go to the open to everyone giveaways. Michael Scott Roos is getting ready for bed, working morning, hanging out, watching, and I think I'm all caught up on chat. I think I saw somebody say, like, just do the giveaways. I can't. I have to do a bunch of stuff. I have to pull CSVs out of Patreon, and then I have to put them on the wheels. And I don't want to make you guys... Well, I can't let you guys look at that because you'd see everybody's info. Did I drop a link to Torque-tastic? I think I did, right? LZFD. I did. Damn, Torque-tastic. Very nice flying, brother. Very nice throttle control. Oh, there's those big birds. I got to see the big birds, but you guys didn't. Okay, so here we go. Here's the thing and the place, and there's Epidemic Sound. If somebody mentioned Epidemic Sounds, scroll down into my description. I have an affiliate link to Epidemic Sound. They have the best copyright-free music out of any of the places. It's really, really good. It's still going to take a little bit of searching around to find the really good tracks, but yeah, most of the other websites, you piss away your time searching around, and then you don't find anything good. Here's the first wheel for the Tiny Whoop and Toothpick tier. This is going to be a fresh set of like 2 batteries flown on them, maybe even just 1 battery. iFlight Zing 0802 22,000 kV motors. These were really, really good. A 2S little piggyback thing. Piggyback? And 4 well-loved Emax 1S 450 high volt batteries. Yeah, here's the wheel. Here's everybody that's on the wheel. I'm going to quickly ramp through this. You guys can rewind and pause if you want to make sure that you're on there. But if you just go to Patreon and make sure that it says active, then you're good to go. And you'll be on here. So there is everybody's names that's on this wheel. I'm going to hit shuffle a bunch. And then we're going to get the goat ready, and that's how we do it. Somebody's going to win. Who's it going to be? It's going to be this person named Bobby the Shank. Or maybe Daniel Maurer. Ooh, Bobby the Shank stuck it at the last second. Bobby the Shank, congratulations. I'm going to message you on Patreon to get your address. And then I'm going to send you some stuff, man. Bobby the Shank. Congratulations. All right, let me put this aside here. And next up, we've got the 3-inch micro brushless and Cinewoop tier. We've got some 5-blade HQ Cinewoop propellers and a full set of brand new Newbie Drone Flow 2004. What KV are these? 2450 kV motors for some... Oh god, I almost threw up. For somebody, let's go here to the Wheel of Misfortune. Here's everybody's names that are on this tier, scrolling through quickly. What is going on with that, Paul? It's the craziest name I've ever seen. There's everybody. You can feel free to rewind or just go to Patreon and make sure that it says active. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Click to spin the wheel. The goat screams, the wheel spins, someone wins some stuff. That's how it goes around here. That person is Pandemic Pilot. Congratulations, my man. I am writing your name down. Pandemic Pilot. All right, brother. Congratulations, you have got some Cinewoop stuff coming to you. Next, we've got the 5-inch tier, which is going to be a FPV Cycle Glide light frame and 3 sets of these Gemfan Hurricane 5125 propellers. build you a lightweight 5-inch rig, would you? And let me know how you like it. We're gonna come here. We're gonna zoom on this. We're gonna scroll down so you guys can make sure that you're on here. We're gonna zoom back out. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Goat scream. That was a less enthusiastic one. The winner is Hush. Congratulations, Hush. You're building a lightweight 5-inch rig. And then if you don't tell us how you like it, we will come to your house with pitchforks and torches and murder your whole family. Yikes. That was aggressive. All right. So now, if you want to get in on this next giveaway, you can super chat or go to CiottiFPV.com, scroll down, and there's a PayPal button. If you do a super chat, YouTube's going to take 30%. That's okay. If you don't want YouTube to take 30%, you can do the PayPal thing. Ready? Go. $5 to go on the wheel once, $10 to go on the wheel twice. That's how it works. This giveaway is a bunch of stuff. It's going to be a t-shirt, either an extra large or a double XL. It's going to be an awesome little Strix Tiny Whoop case, thanks to Frank Nicholas for donating. A Newbie Drone brushless cockroach frame. 3 of these Beta FPV 300 mAh high volt BT 2.0 batteries. It is also a Vifly Short Saver 2, Newbie Drone nice and soft lanyard, RDQ battery strap, iFlight tiny little micro battery strap, BQE shut up and fly pin, 3 packs of GemFan Freestyle 4s, Tweed FPV skateboard grip tape transmitter grips in whatever color you want for whatever transmitter you've got, and a digital copy of Christian Malika's FPV Flight Dynamics, which is the best FPV book in the world. It's also the only FPV book in the world, but it's really fucking good. Christian did a hell of a job on that book. So yeah, this is the open to everybody giveaway. $5 or $10, once on the wheel or twice on the wheel. PayPal works. Who's been asking me about when to do it? To do the thing in the place. I think... Well, let me go to my email first, and... Oh, wait, I gotta get the wheel up here. Where's the wheel at? There's the wheel. Okay, cool. Right, so... Look at all these beautiful new patrons. Nico Savu, thanks for joining the collective, my man. Tim Tom, thanks for joining the Patreon. Aaron FPV moving his pledge from 10 to 30. Thank you, Aaron. Zach Lothamer added in your pledge from 3 to 5. Zach is getting on the giveaways. Thank you for the support, brother. And I'm just stalling at this point because my email is not updating. Come on, email. Work. There we go. Tyler Sherrard sending me $20 over on PayPal. Giveaway for 6-7 and an extra 10 for cocaine and hose. Thank you, Tyler. Tyler Sherrard, of course, is T-Bird. Alright, so let's start filling up this wheel. It looks like my email might be shitting the bed, so let me actually go to PayPal on the other screen here, and that updates, like, super quick, like. Okay, all hell's breaking loose in the chat, so give me a second. Yes, t-shirt is included, Jackalope. Either an extra large or a 2XL. It was... Oh, FPV Trucker says you snuck off to buy the last 3 batteries earlier. Nah, that was like days ago that I did that. Recursive FPV. Recursive FPV says, I sent you some hooker and cocaine money on PayPal. But it's not showing up on my email, so let me... Oh, no, shit, no, I don't want to sign up. I just want to log in. There we go. Let me log into my PayPal and then I'll be able to see it, I'm sure. Is that my password? I think it is. Did you guys see what I typed in? Okay. What? Oh, there we go. Recent activity. Okay, cool. Come on, PayPal. Come on. You can do it. You can do this. You can do this. There it is. Okay. So, we're going to... June 7th. June 7th. June 7th. June 7th. There we go. June 6th. Awesome. All right. Chad Cranford sent $10. He's going on the wheel 2 times. Oh, nope. That was for something else. Okay. We're good. We're good. Dimitri Martin. There we go. There we go. Dimitri Martin, you're going on the wheel. I think that might be... recursive. So we're getting Dimitri on the wheel. Oh, here. Let me add some spaces. And... Okay, cool. Dimitri Martin, you're on the wheel. Thank you for the support, my man. There is Tyler. He is going on the wheel not once, but twice. All right. Thank you, Tyler. Stephen Tyler McCart sending $9.41. He's going on the wheel 2 times. Because, you know, close enough. Close enough, right? Marcel Off-Axis Robert, he's going on the wheel. Everybody go subscribe to Off-Axis. He's a great human being and a great pilot making awesome content. Daniel Maurer sending $10, but he only wants himself on the wheel once. The other 5 is for the Mac Fund, so we're going to update that. Where the hell is it? We're going to 255. Thank you, Daniel. Much appreciated. Daniel Maurer is Remy Tim in the chat. John Ray, Metal Dirtskin, is sending $5 for the Hookers and Bubblegum and Teddy Bears Fund. Thank you, Metal. Much appreciated. All right, cool. So I'm going to refresh PayPal over here. While that's working, I'm going to jump over to the chat and Off-Axis, he's going on the wheel again, but with a different name this time. Thank you, brother. Remy Tim says 2 entries max. Oh, yeah, right. 2 entries max, guys. I forgot to mention that. Bob Noxious is sending $5, but he wants me to put spin again on the wheel. So there we go. Bob Noxious is hooking all of you that are getting in on this giveaway up with potentially another chance. B-Man FPV with a $15 super chat. He's going on the wheel 2 times. And then he wants the other 5 to go to the max. So we are up to 260. Thank you, fellas. Very kind of you. There we go. 260. Layman Board. He's asking me to make him win. I have no control over that. Just kidding. Yes, I do. You're going to win. Just you watch. Alec Dvornik. He's getting in here twice. And 1 and a 2. Thank you, Alec. You are the man. Aber the Ham with a $5 super chat. He says, tiny hookers and blow. Actually, just one every pass, please. Tiny hookers. Tiny wookers. June Loco says, bong rip. Recursive FPV with a $5 super. Whoop. You guys just got to see YouTube do the thing. Recursive FPV with a $5 super chat. He's going on the wheel. He might already be on there once. I don't know his real name that came through on PayPal potentially. Zach King is with a Zach King with a $5 super chat. He's going on the wheel once. I just heard my email make a noise. Kemma says I sent you PayPal. Show me the money. Hopefully you're already on here, Kemma. If not, let me know. Recursive says it'll be from Dimitri. Awesome. So Recursive, you're on here now twice. Once from the PayPal, once from the super chat. Metal Dirtskin says, I hope a lot of people don't send you PayPal messages about strange activities and get your account locked for fraud. Rusty Signal is in the house. What's up, Rusty? How are you, brother? Rusty is one of the most awesome local pilots that we've got to offer here in Atlanta. Really good guy as well, outside of having the goggles on. Marcel Off-Axis says, I love you, buddy. Love you too, my man. Riot9 with $6.45 Australian cheeseburger dollars. He's going on the wheel once, I think, Riot. Or I assume that Australian money is more than, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. Kyle Jarecki with a $4.55 nudes and jackalopes PayPal. He's going on the wheel. And I think we're good to go, right? Nine says just once. CMYK is out of here. Thanks for hanging, CMYK. Let me know when you when we're specking out that build or whatever the hell we're doing. Yeah, we'll talk. If you're not on the wheel, and you should be, you got like a minute to let me know, because I think that I've got everybody. I'm gonna refresh over here. I'm gonna scroll up and down in the chat for a second. Make sure everything's going well. Severin Haggerty says, how do you get on the wheel? Severin, you either do a super chat or you go to CiottiFPV.com, scroll down and hit the PayPal button. Oh yeah, Frank, what happened? Oh, PayPal, come on, man, really? Let me refresh again, weird. Yeah, so there's a PayPal button on CiottiFPV.com if you don't want YouTube to take 30%. I'm fine with it. If you want to just do a super chat, that's totally cool. $5 to go on the wheel once, $10 to go on the wheel twice. That's how it works. Rusty says, I'm getting out tomorrow. If you're free and want to meet up, tomorrow is Tuesday. You know, weirdly, I think I'm kind of slammed tomorrow. If you remember, though, Rusty, do me a favor and shoot me a message. I'm dying to get out and fly. Oh, you know what? Patrick and I might be flying tomorrow, too. I got a lot of weird shit going on tomorrow. I got a yoga class at 5. I got another one at 7. But before that, I don't know. I'll figure it out tomorrow. Thanks for the offer, though, Rusty. Thanks for thinking of me, man. I appreciate it. Frank Nicholas dropping the link to CiottiFPV.com. Yeah, Frank, what the hell? Why isn't PayPal showing me? So in the PayPal screen, it's not there. Let me see if it's sitting in my email. Kyle Jarecki, $5 for nudes. Yeah, got it. John Ray, $5 for bubble gum and teddy bears. Got it. Daniel Maurer, 1 entry, 5 for Mac. Got it. Marcel, $5 for the giveaway. Steven Tyler McCart, show me the money, $10. Steven, are you on here? Yep, you are. And Tyler, T-Bird. There it is. Weird. That was a weird delay. There's Frank Nicholas. Thank you, Frank. You're going on the wheel 2 times. I should just know to put you on the wheel twice by now. All right, cool. So, like, I don't know, 30 more seconds. I'm going to spin the wheel. Hurry up if you want to get in. If not, I will, if it comes through late, I will put it, I'll put it on next week's. Finn FPV is heading out. Thanks for hanging out, Finn. If you guys want to, if you guys want to look like you're a better pilot than you actually are, hire Finn FPV to edit your footage. I've got one edit that Finn did for me of my footage up on the channel. I'm about to have a second one in the next couple of days. He's an awesome editor. Hire the man. Pay him whatever he says, and he'll make you look really good. Frank Douglas says, if I re-win, keep the micro case grips FPV book, re-roll for them. Sounds good, Frank. Marcel says, I think you missed Blizzard FPV. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Where's Blizzard? Where's Blizzard? Where's Blizzard? Where's Blizzard? Where's Blizzard? Blizzard FPV did a BQE.io super chat. Blizzard, did you mean to get put in? I'm just gonna put you in. I'm gonna put you in twice, Blizzard. 1, 2. All right, cool. And I'm gonna spin the wheel. I'm gonna spin the wheel. You better hurry. If you want to get in, you better hurry. Hurry up. Hurry up. 5, 4, 3. I'm waiting for PayPal to recycle. There we go. I'm spinning it. If it comes through late, I'll put you on next week. 1, 2, 3, go! Let's see who wins a whole bunch of stuff. It's either Steven or Marcel. Steven or Marcel. Steven or Marcel. Steven. Steven Tyler McCart, congratulations. You have won a whole bunch of stuff. But you got some work to do, my friend. You need to reach out to both me and CiottiFPV to let us know that you've won, because it's impossible to message people here on YouTube. So you need to pick either Facebook or Instagram or email. And I am going to write your name down on here. Steven Tyler McCart. So, to get your grips, to get your CiottiFPV skateboard grips, you are going to email tweetfpv@gmail.com. tweetfpv@gmail.com. Or you can hit them on Facebook or Instagram @tweetfpv. And you're going to say, hey, I won Ciotti's giveaway on June 8th. Here's my name, my address, my email address for tracking numbers. I have XYZ radio, and my favorite color is bleh. I have a super secret color that Tweet has made for me, which is like purple and red. So you should probably get that one because it's, you know, it's the best and it's my colors. But, you know, I'll forgive you if you get another color. And then you need to do the same thing with me. Message me @CiottiFPV on Instagram or Facebook. I need you to say, hey, it's Steven Tyler McCart, because that's the only way that I know you, because that's what your name is here on YouTube. Or maybe you PayPal'd me. If you PayPal'd me, that would make sense. Yeah, you PayPal'd me. So that's a little bit easier. But yeah, say, hey, I won the thing. Here's my address, here's my email address for tracking, and I'll ship you some shit. And that's how it works. Thanks for playing, everybody. Very cool of you. So it is, Jesus, it's after midnight. Let me get caught up on chat. I think I'm gonna change the name of this stream to remove finishing Ripsqueak number 3, because there's a snowball's chance in hell of finishing it. I don't even think we're gonna work on it tonight. Mailbag with 1404's. No. Mailbag. Here, look, this is what I'm doing. So we did mailbag. Testing. Wait, no. Reviewing new 1404's. That's what we did. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Let me get caught up on chat, and then I think I'm going to end this one. I am fucking a little jacked up on goofballs, so what I think I might do is set the sim rig up out there and do like maybe an hour in Gran Turismo Sport. So if you guys want to hang out for a little longer, and you're interested in cars, or you guys realize, right, that like you can come to those Gran Turismo Sport streams and ask me FPV questions. I have the chat opened. I am absolutely, like, it doesn't just have to be car related stuff. So yeah, like don't think that the Gran Turismo Sport streams are car only. They tend to be mainly car talk, but if you have FPV questions, yeah, don't feel bad about asking. I spent the better part of 10 years figuring out how to drive a car at the limit of traction while talking and carrying on intelligent conversations. So you're not gonna, like, don't feel like you're gonna make me drive like shit or anything like that. I drive like shit anyway in the simulator. I drive way better in real life. What else we got going on here? All right, yeah, so let me get caught up on chat, and then I think I'm gonna wrap this thing up for the night. Blizzard says 8:93 a.m. Am I in? Yep, you got in there, Blizzard. Marcel Osfaxis says, okay, we got that. Kema FPV says, no fucking way. I have a feeling Kema FPV is Steven Tyler McCart. Congratulations, Kema. Recursive FPV says, you should have shuffled it. LOL, JK. Yeah, I do the shuffling thing, kind of like just in case. The previous wheel that we were on, acted a little bit funny. This wheel that we've been using, though, it's never done what the old wheel has. So like when I can remember, I hit the shuffle button, but I've never seen this wheel act up in a weird way. Although, man, do I pay attention to that, because I'm like paranoid about it. It's weird. But yeah, rest assured, this wheel seems to be very random. Jackalope FPV says purple and red equals maroon. Oh, I never realized that. That makes me sad. I don't love the color maroon. Alec Dvornik says, should I do a ripsqueak for my next build or an FPV cycle glide? Ooh, I mean, that's a really good question, Alec. It's a question with a really easy answer, though. A ripsqueak, and the answer is all about like where, like your spots, basically, right? Like if you have bigger locations to fly, FPV cycle glide for sure. If you have smaller spots to fly, ripsqueak. Realistically, guys, like that is 100% the way to decide what you're gonna build. Is where do you fly it mixed with where do you want to fly, right? Like if you've only been flying in your parking lot and you want to start flying bigger locations, you got to build a 5-inch. You don't have to, but you should build a 5-inch rig. Yes, you can make a 3-inch rig go 100 miles an hour, but don't, because it's just stupid. It just makes no sense. You have to run like 60 degrees up tilt minimum on the camera, and it's just not a good idea. For a freestyle rig, you want 30 degrees up tilt or less, and at 30 degrees up tilt, a 3-inch rig is going to cruise at like 20, maybe 15 miles an hour, whereas at that same up tilt, a 5-inch rig is going to cruise at like 30 or 40 miles an hour. So that's why the size of the locations that you want to fly has everything to do with the size propeller of the rig that you want to build. In the same way that we build tiny whoops to fly inside, right? Because tiny whoops have 1.2 millimeter propellers, and their cruising speed is like 3 miles an hour. So yeah, if you guys are ever like kind of what size propeller rig should I build next? In my opinion, that is the best way to figure that out, is like, where do I want to fly? And yeah, I think it really needs to be a mix of like, where do I fly at the moment, but also where do I want to fly? Because here's the dirty little secret that a lot of 5-inch people just don't seem to understand, is that if you got into this hobby and built a 5-inch rig and never built anything else, you've always been limited as to where you can fly, from a space standpoint, but also from a safety standpoint, because like you just can't fly a 5-inch rig in sketchy spots. You'll fucking kill someone. If you do, please stop, because you don't want to be that guy or girl that's on the news for killing a child with a 5-inch rig, right? So like, stop that shit. Fly 5-inch rigs in safe big areas. Like, that's kind of important. And then alternatively, with micro rigs, 2-inch, 2.5-inch, 3-inch, even 4-inch, fly those in smaller spots. They don't belong in bigger spots. They're very awkward in bigger spots. They don't have the cruise speed. They don't have the horsepower. Don't build it to have the horsepower, because it's just not meant for it, right? It's like, it's like, you know, taking a Volkswagen Beetle and trying to make it run fast quarter-mile times. Like, yeah, technically you can do it, but it's a stupid idea, and you're going to spend 10 times as much effort and money on it, and then you're going to have something that doesn't really work all that well anyway. But, you know, build something that's better suited for the purpose. Unless you just have tons of money and it doesn't matter, then do whatever the hell you want. But yeah, there's some it's taken me a long time to really like wrap my head around that, but it's kind of important. Use the right tool for the job, and unless you're the best pilot in the world and you have infinite money, and then you can, you know, fly so good and have so much money, then you can take a fucking tiny whoop and dive a building. But I'm neither one of those things, you know. I'm a okay pilot, and I have no money, so I have to build rigs that are best suited for the situations that I'm going to fly them in, because then my footage looks better, I look like a better pilot, and they perform better. What are you doing? Stop it. Cat's being bad. Kemma DM'd me on Instagram. Very cool, Kemma. Thank you for that. Marcel says, I wish I could race with you. Like, race? Get a PlayStation 4. They're cheap. You can probably get a used PlayStation 4 for like fucking $50, and then Gran Turismo Sport is one of the $20 games now. So not much. Oh, then you have to get PlayStation Plus too. Yeah, probably get it done for less than $200. And I used the controller for a long time, for like 180 races or so before I got a steering wheel and pedals. Marcel also says, Bomb, I bought a sticker pack from your Etsy store. Nice. Thanks, Marcel. Much appreciated, man. Oh, that was that Etsy ding that I got. Very cool. All right, boys and girls. I am going to sign off here. Let me give you a little bit more. It's going to play at like one. No, I just won't play anything from that. Hold on. Let me get some footage that'll actually. Okay. The computer shits the bed. There we go. Now, here's some footage. Hopefully I don't crash immediately, but usually I do. Here comes some flight footage from one of my favorite local spots, Club Metro. You'll probably recognize it. It's a pretty well-known Atlanta spot with some epidemic sounds on top. I will see you guys maybe tomorrow. Sometimes I take Tuesdays off, though, and I do have a ton going on tomorrow, so we'll see. Worst case scenario, I will see you Wednesday for Whoop Wednesday, when we're actually going to do some 1S versus 2S 75mm Whoop testing. I know I said I was going to do it last week, but shit with the separation went to a really emotional bad place last Tuesday, and I just couldn't get it. So we did Clam Man earlier in the stream, Layman Board. Sorry, no double Clam Mans. Go-Kart Mozart says we could use more racers to fill up a lobby. James Stevens says, what's the best 3-inch motor for a 3-inch basher? James Stevens, shoot me a message somewhere at CiottiFPV and we'll talk. I gotta shut this thing down here. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I fucking love every single one of you. You allow me, literally, to do this for a living. And that's fucking crazy. Yeah. You're the best. No matter what anybody says. Later. Here's some flying.